All right, guys. Well, welcome to episode 3 of the Three-Dimensional Controversy podcast. Uh, Thank you for joining us today. Today, what are we talking about today, boys? Video games? Is that
Video
the
games.
subject
Vagina
on tap?
monologues.
Also, I like your enthusiasm. You're way more enthusiastic than me. You should probably start them off from now on.
Yeah, Henry's
Henry's just good
Hey,
morning.
guys. Episode 3
Episode
of
2.
whatever podcast this is.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't really have an intro, so let's go. Fuck y'all.
Yeah,
That was perfect. Spot on.
that's pretty much how it goes. All right, gamer girls. What's your favorite game?
FIFA.
Are we talking like all time? Like from like childhood to now?
Yeah, anything. Board
Mario-
games.
Mario Kart's got to be up there.
Yeah,
Mario Kart's a classic.
Ooh, Jinx.
The Mario Kart drinking game is the best thing that I've ever played.
Yeah. Explain what that is to Spencer. I've played it before, and it's great.
So basically, Spencer, my friends and I, freshman year, were really bored, and all we had was a Wii. So we decided to play Mario Kart. And so you can't drink and drive. So you have to stop during each lap or during one race and drink. And you can't drink while you're driving. And you have to finish the beer before the race ends.
So,
So
like,
usually you end up chugging the beer at the very beginning and then trying to catch up the rest of the race.
oh man, so like you could do it however you want though. So like I could,
Yeah.
Yeah, you just can't drink and drive. You cannot be going forwards or backwards.
so I could race the whole track, stop at the finish line, chug, and then cross it.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And when you
well,
finish your beer, you can cross the line.
well, so is it just one beer every
One
so like
beer race.
in yeah, so in Mario Kart you've got like the 4 races.
Yeah, we usually do one beer. We usually take the second and fourth race off because 4 beers is a lot. Within 30 minutes, you've had 8 beers and you're fucking trashed on the floor, not knowing what's happening.
Yeah, it's a quick one.
Dang. We need to play that then. I mean, we've played the FIFA drinking game, and we've
Oh.
played.
I've tried to play the FIFA drinking game last weekend. Not again. I need a break from that one. I'm down for some Mario Kart.
But FIFA's so much fun though, because it's just like, what did we used to do? You get a foul, there's a shot.
What?
Foul shot.
I thought that's, or
the
maybe
foul
it was a card. Maybe if you got carded, it was a shot.
So, Spencer, one time we did Jello shots. We had blueberry Jello shots. So if you get a blue shell, green, I think they were green apple Jello shots. If you get a green shell, and we used orange for red. It's great stuff.
You see,
Ooh.
that's a lot of preparation. You have to spend like hours in the kitchen mixing
Yeah,
it
you
all
do.
together,
Hey,
cooking.
Like a
Well,
freaking
you get, like,
housewife.
when you get like 4 or 5 guys that live together that don't do anything anyways, so you got plenty of time.
That's true. You,
Yeah.
you with your aprons on, cooking different batches.
Mother hen over here cooking up the
Over there.
meals for the night.
Exactly.
That's a
I'll
lot.
tell you what though, me and Henry went to this party one time, and the best thing I've ever had is the gummy worms that are soaked in vodka.
Oh, yeah.
Sounded-
To be fair, they didn't really have much vodka absorbed in them. It was mostly just gummy worms, and I was kind of. But I was like, yeah, I guess there are some vodka, but they were really good.
I can see Henry drunk as shit, just trying to eat the gummy worms, fucking falling out of his mouth and everything. Dancing, looking in the mirror, feeling
Yeah.
himself.
That's pretty much how it went, to be honest.
That was the night that Henry found him a little stalker, I guess, and then
Ooh, wait, what?
Okay,
hold on, we're
Okay.
supposed to be talking about video games. Back
Yep.
on track.
No, I want to know the stalker
No.
story.
I've put a
can't
time
just-
marker right now, and I'm going to edit all of this out, so you can see what you want. The story isn't going in. So yeah, back to fucking games. Yeah, playing like when I was a kid, I was really into chess for some reason. I used to blast chess.
No, I
was
play a lot of
club.
chess still.
I loved it. I haven't played in a while because I don't really know a lot of people that still play, you know. But
I'll kill you. I'm a chess.
you probably will because I haven't played in so long. But I used to be good, you know. I could plan ahead my moves and stuff, and it would just. But now I'm probably pretty rusty. But
We
that
should
and-
have a chess drinking game.
So what is it?
Like
Every
shot
time?
glasses as your like main pieces. So that
A
you
sip
backline
of
and shot
beer
glasses
a sip of beer for every pawn you lose. A shot for everything else.
for your main pieces, yeah. Because
And
most of
then-
the time you don't lose them all. You lose like 4 or 5 before it's
Yeah.
checkmate. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah, you could do Yeah, because you wouldn't want to do the pawns because you'd lose those too easy. Those are the ones you don't even care about.
Yes. This is a very niche topic right now. We're talking about drinking games for people who really like chess.
So Henry, I have something to tell you.
What is it?
So I just thought Arsenal had a little kid bring out the ball for the start of the game.
Yeah.
And I was watching an Alabama game a long time ago. They were playing Auburn, and at one point, for the kickoff, you know how you have like a little tee that you kick the football off.
Yep.
They had a midget run onto the pitch and get it and bring it off
Just for no reason.
just for no reason.
Wow.
Maybe he's a pro. Just training,
Yeah.
training,
He's
kicking,
probably in the
Working it.
MLS. I mean,
working his way up.
It broke me.
That's too funny.
jeez.
I know how you
Sometimes
love
I feel like
midgets.
that's how tall I am. I mean, especially compared to you two.
Yeah, exactly. You're pretty much a midget. Well, isn't there like an official definition? Because there's a difference between a midget and a dwarf, right?
Well, I think dwarfism is like a thing.
I think dwarf is like what, 3'7" and under, or 4 foot and under.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But like dwarfism is like a disease that people have that make them short in their legs and arms.
I
Look
don't know
like baby-
how. It's 2018. No, it's 2019, and people can still say dwarf. I get
Can
it,
we?
but
Can we? Somebody,
Yeah,
somebody
are
will
we
get mad.
sure?
Somebody will get mad.
Yeah, everybody's gonna be.
How is that an okay word? I don't know. If you're like, oh, you're a dwarf.
What the fuck are you supposed to call them?
I
Short
don't
people?
know.
Midgets?
There's like they're tiny people or short people or.
What was
small
that
people.
TV
I don't
show?
know.
What was that TV show about these midgets on a farm? Tiny People, Big World, or some shit.
On a farm.
Yeah, dude, did you ever watch that shit?
Like if you know, like you got cows on a farm. This place had midgets on a farm.
Yeah, dude.
It's
It's great. It's like you can just use the goat, like wherever you keep goats, you just put the midgets there, let them run around.
Interesting. There's a village in China where they just have midgets. It's only midgets allowed, and they all have like
Vanish there or something.
I don't know,
Sounds
but
like your wet dream, Henry.
yeah, I know. They all have like tiny. Everything's so small too. Like they have tiny doorways and
Tiny dicks.
probably.
Don't never underestimate a midget penis.
You sound like that's coming from
Surprisingly
experience.
girthy.
I'm talking about me. I'm a midget. What's up?
Pretty much. You're close. 1 or 2 more
No height,
inches.
all dick.
Is there any games with midgets? I mean, you know, we kind of told the people we were talking about video games, and here
You
we are.
midget
talking about-
tossing. You ever seen Wolf of Wall Street?
Oh, dude, I love that game. I mean, movie.
I mean, game's pretty alright too.
Yeah. I didn't really like it. It was too much like, oh, I've done this drug. Oh, I've done this drug. It was kind of funny. It was decent.
You get to see Margot Robbie naked.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of her.
You need.
Wow, what a hater.
Wow. I don't think we can be friends anymore.
Yeah. Shut this podcast off right now. I'm coming to find you. and
I'm
beat some
fucking out.
sense into you.
Yeah. just a one-man podcast, just me on my own.
Yeah, talk about how much he hates Margot Robbie. I hope she
Yeah.
listens to this podcast. And then, you know,
Yeah, out of like the 15 people who listened last week, she's
One
She-
of them's Margot Robbie.
she might be like, yeah, I'd love to do this British guy. Oh, he hates me? Never mind. I'll move on to one of the other two.
Not the midget though.
Yeah.
Nobody wants a midget.
She likes the bearded fella.
Dude, my beard's gone. I shaved.
Yeah.
Dang. Never mind. She doesn't like any of us.
Oh damn. Missed
Are
it.
you gonna shave your head anytime soon? Oh, to give
Sure,
anyone
thank you.
context who doesn't really know what we look like, I'm not gonna post a picture. But Will, he doesn't have too much hair on the top of his head. Let's just say that.
Grass doesn't grow on a busy street, man.
Think about George Costanza from Seinfeld, and there's
All
what
of the
you
best,
got with
all
Will.
of the best people are bald.
Johnny
Rock.
Sins.
Johnny Sins. All of them.
I think those were by choice, though.
No, you gotta shave it.
Everybody that's bald is better. Bald
need
is
to see-
better.
I need to see the Heisenberg look out of you, Will.
All right, Spencer. We can't let this go without talking about the fact that you willingly shaved your head bald,
Yes,
even though you
true.
can grow hair on the top of your head.
Yeah, I don't have a choice. You went bald.
Listen, it was a rough period I was going through. Won't really get into all of it, but I just watched Breaking Bad, and I was like, you know what? This dude's a badass. I'm just gonna shave my head. Let's just do it and see what it looks like. Like, why not?
It didn't look good. You look like a cancer patient. I'm not gonna lie.
That was back when the beard was choppy too, so like I looked like a Wolverine with no hair on my head.
It was so white too. You look like a fucking egg. Like one of those me's.
Spencer, do you know who Wilson Fisk is?
Yeah, I kind
That's
of
who
look
I'm
like
going
that,
for.
but
That's who I'm going for.
Wilson
Oh,
Fisk.
Fist from Daredevil.
Wilson Fist.
Fist with a K.
With a K,
Oh,
like
Fisk.
cunt. And
Oh.
KKK. And
He's a fictional supervillain. The Kingpin is a fictional.
he's also in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
What's up, Spider-Man?
He is.
Yeah.
He's just this big bald guy. This big fat bald guy who just goes around selling drugs.
Hey, on the rails though, we were talking about video games. I like the old systems a lot. I mean, obviously you could do more with the ones we have now, but I'm telling you, some of those old games they still hold up to this day. I'll go back and play them. I mean, 64 or Super Nintendo, even the old classic Nintendo. I mean, I still love those games.
I can't do that. I can't do the old games. I'm a slut for good graphics.
Is that what it is? The graphics is what turns you away?
Not really, but it's.
Oh,
I can't go back to that.
I
Xbox
love-
360 fine. Xbox 360 was great.
I love the Nintendo 64.
Dude, I know, right? I had Donkey Kong 64.
Dude, Donkey Kong was my shit.
Oh, I know, right? One of my favorite Nintendo characters. Probably the favorite Nintendo character for me. I mean, he's just...
You just a donkey who threw a barrel or something?
Basically.
That's
pretty accurate.
It's a classic. That's one of my favorite games all time because you had the whole Kong family and
Yeah, Diddy Kong.
yeah. Let's see,
Lanky,
Lanky, Chunky, and then Tiny. I think.
Are you naming dwarfs from Snow White?
No, these were the
We back on dwarfs.
the Kong family.
Yeah.
Oh, Henry might like it if we were back on dwarfs, but no, we're sticking straight to video games.
Yeah, this will be the dwarf podcast. It was up for me. That's all we talk about. Straight to the point.
Do you think dwarfs like in real life sing like they do?
All
in
right,
games?
let's at least.
Like,
Let's
do they
go
just sit
back.
around having tea and sing?
Stop.
You know those little
One of-
playhouses you get for like little kids? That's what they live in.
Oh, really? I thought they lived in holes like badgers.
Under the bridge.
No.
Oh my god, we can't afford to be losing listeners. We got like 4. What about if this podcast is doing really well in the dwarf community? What will you do then?
Well, we still have Margot Robbie listening.
I'm sympathetic to the dwarf community.
You're not.
I
You
want to
don't
know.
really-
I want to know more about them. I want to understand what makes them different. What makes them tick.
All right, my favorite game still was the Xbox 360.
Why though? What makes the 360 better than the one?
Good question.
The classic games, Modern Warfare 2.
You can play all this on the Xbox One.
It was the community, the people though. You don't go there.
Really though, if you go back to like the game lobbies and all the stuff we used to talk trash, it has changed so much now.
Yeah, everybody's PC now.
Yeah, so you start talking trash in a lobby, and you're liable to get booted. Filed a complaint on, and then you lose your membership.
You know what
Yeah,
fucking game I miss?
What?
NCAA football.
Dude, for real though, that was a classic.
EA Sports. It's in the
It's in
game.
the game.
But I remember
And
we used to have one friend who, like, you could boot people if they like said bad language or something like that. So we got all of our friends, and this guy loved Xbox. Like that's all he did. And we spent like a whole night, all of us just sat there for about half an hour, report him for bad language, report him for bad language, report him for cheating. And he got like a 3-month Xbox Live ban. He was so pissed. It was fantastic.
That's hilarious.
Best time of my life.
That's still not the best prank you've ever pulled.
No, no. Okay, so Spencer, do you remember this when I put Will's information on Craigslist?
I do actually.
Yeah. So this is probably the piece to resistance of my pranks.
Yeah, well, let's first start by saying we were gonna do it to another friend, and then you went behind my back. I was like, nah.
Yeah, it was
fuck Will
my
instead.
idea, so I could do it to whoever I wanted. But anyway, so we went on a website called Craigslist, which is kind of sketchy, but you like post an advertisement on it, and I posted an advertisement saying, "I'm a 28-year-old blonde woman looking for some fun," and then insert Will's phone number and send me pictures, and I'll see if I'm interested, or something along those lines.
And his phone got blown up like you
Yeah.
wouldn't believe.
About 700 messages, half of them contained a big dick pic.
Oh my gosh, there was no end in sight. I mean,
I literally couldn't use my phone for 2 days.
It's great. Well worth it. Would do it again.
Yeah, so in retaliation, all I did was created Henry a Grinder account,
That was weak.
saying
But
I'm a British boy looking for some fun. Can you be my daddy?
Oh man, I know that just got him going though.
Yeah, unfortunately, Henry started to use it. Now he likes it.
yeah, now I'm hooked.
He's
Grinding the day away.
Yep, you know me.
good old Grinder.
All right, we can't get we can't get too far away from video games. What were we talking about? Anyway, how did you ever? What was your favorite Nintendo Wii game? Because that
Wii?
was the classic console. That was the OG.
I loved bowling. Just a
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah, like the Wii Sports or Wii Sports Resort was fun.
Used to blossom Wii Sports.
I
Remember
lo-
You remember the baseball one? Because in the baseball, no one knew how to play baseball in England, but we all had Wii Sports. So you could click A and B, and he'd like throw the ball on the floor. And we didn't really know the rules of baseball, so you just swung and tried to hit the ball, but that would always count as a strike, I think it's called. So that was like a cheat, like
Yeah.
because no one would like not hit the ball, so it would just be like a hack. Like if you click A and B, you just automatically get a strike because no one knew the rule that if you don't swing, it's not a strike.
Jeez,
That's
y'all
not
kn-
really the rule.
Yeah, y'all might
You-
be the most retarded country.
Even if you
Probably.
swing, even if you don't swing, it still can be a strike.
But it wasn't on Wii Sports though.
Yeah, no, there's still strike zone. There was a strike zone.
You could literally throw it on the floor. It would still be a strike.
If you swing,
Yeah, but we didn't know how to not swing because we didn't know that rule.
I guess so.
It was maybe we just can't. I don't know.
what I'm hearing is
It's really not a hard sport. You hit a ball
Yeah,
and then run around and smell a few bags.
True. It's one of the easy ones to play. I think the easiest one's cross country though. Can't be that. You just run in a line as long as you don't get lost. That's the sport you want. Also,
I
not really a sport.
guess, but yeah, I mean, all you do is run.
Oh wow,
Is running a sport? That's more torture than anything.
yeah.
I remember they tried to get me to do that in high school, but I was like,
Not
running's not
today.
really my thing.
Yeah, running's more of Will's thing. If you don't know, Will is a
Top-notch
huge athlete. If anyone's listening who can't picture him, I mean, just imagine Johnny Sins when you're thinking about Will. Just bald head, abs for
Same
days.
blue eyes though.
Pretty much the same person.
You put them side by side, you
Only
wouldn't
difference
be
is
able to
Johnny's
tell
got
a
a
difference.
real small penis.
Compared to you. Yeah. Oh, Johnny.
Also a stellar athlete though. Let me tell you.
Okay.
So look, today's topic was video games. I don't even know what we've been. I mean, there's no telling how many topics we've come across the whole conversation.
Yeah, we've maybe mentioned video games for a couple of minutes, so that's what we're going to title it.
Random
Should
talk
call it-
featuring video games.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. Peace out.
All right.
Oh, good
So are we
pass.
done?
Oh
Is
no,
this it?
actually, no. Actually, let's ask for comments. You do that. You call it a day.
Me?
You started it.
Oh, okay. So appreciate everybody listening today. We look forward to seeing your comments. Any questions you might want us to answer on future podcasts, let us know.
And if
Thank
there's
y'all.
anything else you want us to talk about, seeing as we have 3 listeners, literally, we'll probably definitely talk about what you have to say in the comments. All right. See ya.